Alright, hey, good morning YouTube. What's going on today? Whew. Well, I know I do these videos a little late and stuff, but hey, I love doing them for you. Just the light, natural light in here. Okay, last night we were able to have 9 games go on. Today also, I will even give you an update in playoffs. And some standings. We have some changes in the standings. Big time. And stuff. So let's get right to it. By the way, as you see, I'm wearing my Blues jersey. And it's because of hockey, of course. So, talk hockey, wear a hockey jersey. Alright, let's get right into it. With the first game, which was Buffalo at Florida. This game was actually pretty good. Darn it, here. You can see me better. Actually, I do need a staple board. So, here we go. First was Florida at home against Buffalo. Going into this match, Buffalo was 28, 23, and 7 with 63 points. Florida 25, 24, 8, and 58 points. Florida's looking like they're doing good, and they won 4-2. Buffalo on the power play was 1 for 4. 0 for 4 was Florida. Shots on goal, 41 for Florida, 34 for Buffalo. Florida picked up their 60th point. They're looking like they're a playoff team. They really are. Like they won it. And I'll get to that when I give you the standings. This one was a shocker. Pretty much. And I'll tell you about, like I said, when we get to the standings. Pittsburgh was in New Jersey, and it was also 90s night. They celebrated the 90s. And Patrick Warburg, as his character from Seinfeld, was in the house with face paint. And they also gave away the bobblehead of it. Also helped celebrate the Devils championships. Entering this matchup was Pittsburgh was 31, 21, and 7 with 69 points. Jersey was 23, 28, and 8 with 54 points. And after it was all said and done, Pittsburgh wins 4-3. They beat the Devils. Shots on goal were 36 for New Jersey, 28 for Pittsburgh. Power play was 1 for 2 for the Pens. Devils 0-2. This was the 71st point for New Jersey, and it was also their last matchup of the year. And Pittsburgh wins. When I tell you the standings, you'll be shocked to see what happened. I'm not going to go into much detail, but let me tell you this. Pittsburgh has moved up in the standings. Next, Tampa Bay. Oh boy, Tampa at Philadelphia. This matchup was, oh boy, how should I say this? Was pretty weird. Entering this matchup, Tampa was 45, 11, and 4 with 94 points. Philadelphia 28, 24, and 7 with 63 points. And when it was all said and done, Tampa wins 5-2. Power play was 1 for 4 for Tampa. Philadelphia 0-3. Shots on goal, Tampa was 33 shots. Philadelphia 30. And they did switch the goalie. Hart got replaced after letting by 3 goals. They brought in Elliott, who just got reactivated, and now they got three goalies with Talbot. And most likely, now this is from the hockey guy, he thinks that Hart's going to be sent down to the AHL, and they're going to rely on Talbot and Elliott for the rest of the year. 96 point for, by the way, 96 point for Tampa Bay, which pretty much they got this locked. They are locked in for the playoffs, and if you are Montreal or Columbus, that's all I'm saying for right now. You do not want to take on Tampa. You rather take on the Islanders. And I'll get to that when we get to the standings. And speaking about Columbus and Montreal, they took on each other. In Montreal at the Bell Center, and by the way, I'm watching on the fly on the NHL Network. Both teams entered the night with the same amount of points, and by the way, this was a division matchup, was it? Let me check. Oh, this was not interdivision. It was the final meeting of the year for these two teams, if I'm not mistaken. Columbus was entering 33, 22, and 3 with 69 points. Montreal 31, 21, and 7. Almost basically the same record, same amount of points. And at the end of it all, Montreal beats Columbus 3-2. Shots on goal, Montreal 32, Columbus 33. Power play 0 for 3 for Montreal, 0 for 2 for Columbus. And by the way, folks, if you think I'm not cheating and I'm bringing this okay, he's lying. Nope. Here's the stats. And what I do is I go to NHL.com, I look at the stats, I write them down. So I'm giving you the power play shots and stuff. And so pretty good, right? So I'm just not reading a bunch of crap to you. I'm actually got it all right here. There it is. For Montreal, it's their 71st point. All right, the big game I was looking forward to, my Blues. Now, folks, I want to tell you something. I live in Grand City, Illinois, which is about 10 to 15 minutes from St. Louis. And a lot of people say, oh, you should root for the Blackhawks because you live in Illinois and stuff. But you know what, though? Let me tell you something. I live nowhere near Chicago. Okay, I'm not even close to Chicago. I'm closer to St. Louis. Okay, so that's why I root for St. Louis teams. I root for the Cardinals. I root for a lot of St. Louis teams. So that's, of course, that'll be a different topic for another day. So my Blues took on the Toronto Maple Leafs in the final meeting of the year for these two teams. Entering this matchup, Toronto was 36, 19, and 3, 75 points. The Blues 31, 22, and 5 with 67 points and riding a 10-game winning streak. Last night was also the night they can accomplish a franchise record with an 11th win. If they win, it's 11 in a row. They're pretty much sailing through the playoffs. Because at this time, it was just January 2nd. January 2nd was the Blues were in last place in the conference and really not looking good. Somehow this team's got it together. I don't know what it is. But let's get to the game. At the end of it all, this game had to go to overtime. Had to. Blues win 3-2. Shots on goal was 41 for the Blues, 33 for Toronto. Blues won 1 for 3 on the power play. And get this, we did not have a penalty. The Blues stayed out of the box. So no power plays for Toronto. Toronto did pick up a point. Well, we also picked up a point, but we got the extra point. This is more for the row. It does count as a win, but also the row goes up. And when your row is higher, you got to look at that too. You got to look at a lot of things when you look at your playoff standings. The row is another stat. I don't have that on my sheets. If you really want to go into depth, look at the hockey guy, okay? And I'll tell you more about the hockey guy when we're all done. So, Toronto picks up their 76 point. We pick up our 69 point. We had 68 and we got 69. And we're climbing, folks. This is something that I don't know what it is, but the Blues are looking good. Next game, Anaheim and Minnesota. Now, this game also helped out the Blues, too. Entering this game, Anaheim was 23, 27, and 9 with 55 points. Minnesota, 27, 26, and 6 with 60 points. After all said and done, Anaheim beats the Wild 4-0. A shutout, basically, for Miller. Shots on goal, 24 for Anaheim, 31 for Minnesota. Anaheim pick up their 57th point. Minnesota stays at 60. Anaheim's looking for real, folks. They're really surging in the Pacific Division. I'll get to that when we get to standings. Minnesota is slipping once again. We'll get to that when it's time. Now, Nashville was also trying to help us out, and they did. But also, we got to hope Nashville loses because they're in the same division than us with Dallas. They did help us out. I'll get to that. Going into this match, Nashville was 34, 22, and 5 with 73 points. Dallas was 29, 24, and 5 with 63 points. And at the end of it, Dallas loses 5-2 at home. Now, Blues or not, you got to remember, next season, the Winter Classic will be in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. And they will take on the Nashville Predators in Dallas. Or should we say at the Cotton Bowl next year. I can't wait to see those jerseys, by the way. I kind of wonder what Nashville will wear for the game. I pretty much know what Dallas's jerseys will look like for the game. But I don't know just yet what the All-Star jerseys will be. But get back to the game. Nashville's shots were 47. Power play was 0 for 2. Dallas was 39 shots, 1 for 2 on power play. Nashville picks up their 75th point, and they're still in second place, and I'll get to that when we get to the standings. Dallas is slipping. So, once again, I'll get to that. And finally, the last game of the night, Arizona at Edmonton. Basically a division matchup. And entering this game, Arizona was 26, 28, and 5 with 57 points. Edmonton was 24, 29, and 5 with 53 points. And when it was all said and done, this game went into a shootout. Took 4 rounds, but it was over. With Arizona winning 3-2. In the shootout, it was 2-4 for Arizona, 1-4 for Edmonton. But Edmonton gets a point out of it, so they pick up their 54th point. But Arizona picks up their 59th point and their 27th win of the year. So, it's looking pretty interesting. Now, let's get to the standings, like I said I was going to do. And the Blues with their 11th win in a row. Dallas is slipping. They're 6 points behind the Blues. I really don't see a good surge coming up for Dallas. I really don't see it. They continue doing this. And the Blues keep on doing this winning. There's no doubt about it. We're definitely going places. And from going from last place in the division to third, big accomplishment. Biggest one was in the Metro Division. Sorry, my sinuses are draining. Metro Division, Columbus goes down a spot. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, Remember a few weeks ago, Pittsburgh was in 6th place in the division? Well, they now moved up 2 spots. They're now, oh, sorry, they were in 5th place. They were in 5th place in the division. They had now moved up 2 spots to 3rd place in the division. They now have 71 points. They bumped Columbus. So they bumped Carolina and Columbus. They're on the verge of going to Washington, and that's their next game, by the way. And of course, I'll do that all tomorrow or later today. And in the Pacific Division, Vancouver gets leapfrogged by Arizona by 1 game. 1 win. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Had to blow that nose. Tell you, my sinuses run like crazy. This weather, I tell you, it's crazy. My sinuses run. Nothing I really can do. So Arizona leads for Vancouver, and believe it or not, this is getting tense for a playoff spot for Arizona. And speaking about the playoffs, I don't know why I put that in here. Okay, speak about the playoffs. With no change in the Central or in the Pacific, but pretty much how this is looking, with Minnesota currently owning the second wild card in the West, Arizona is just 1 point out. Anything can happen. And I've been saying it, folks, and a lot of people have been saying anything can happen, and it has. Biggest change, though, is with the East. Pittsburgh now owns the 3rd spot in the Metropolitan, and if things ended today, they'll take on Washington in the first round of the playoffs, with now Columbus owning the second wild card. That means they take on Tampa in the first round, and no one wants to take on Tampa. Really, no one doesn't. But it's going to look like that. So here are the current playoff standings right here. See, I got to show you right here for playoffs, just for the playoffs. Okay. This is the official sheet right here. So we'll keep this up. We'll take a look at this, and if things change, this sheet will be back. This sheet will be back if any changes happen. You never know, folks. Now let's get into games for tomorrow. Now remember, these are Eastern Conference times I'm giving you. So know your time zones. At 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, Chicago will be in Detroit entering the game. Chicago is 24, 26, and 9 with 59 points. Detroit is 23, 29, and 8 with 54 points. Winnipeg is in Colorado entering the game. Winnipeg is 36, 19, and 4 with 76 points. And Colorado is 23, 24, 11, and 57 points. The Islanders are in Calgary entering this game. These records are pretty much identical, by the way. 35, 17, and 6 for the Islanders with 76 points. Calgary has the same amount of points, but their record is 35, 16, and 7. Okay. And finally, Boston at the Golden Knights in Vegas. Entering this game 34-17-8 with 76 points for Boston. The Golden Knights. Oh, by the way, the Winnipeg game, Winnipeg and Colorado is at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Islanders at Calgary, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. And the nightcap, Boston and Vegas at 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Okay. Let me get back. It's 34-17-8 with 76 points for Boston. Vegas is 32-25-4 with 68 points. Anything can happen, folks. You never know. So 4 games tomorrow, or today, you say. And that is it. I love you guys. I hope you guys love these videos. Comment below and tell me what you guys think of these videos. Continuing on. And remember, check out the Hockey Guy. He goes more in depth with his videos. Gives you who scored and the assist and stuff. He is more efficient with his videos. I just do this for fun and stuff. And I love it. I just love it. You know, I love doing this for fun and give you guys the updates and stuff like this. So I will talk to you guys later. And as always, please stay safe. And if you're in the area where this latest winter storm is affecting you, please drive carefully. Really drive carefully, folks. And I'll talk to you guys later. So till then, my name's Dirk, DP. You guys can call me DP. And I will talk to you guys later. And also, by the way, folks, when you comment, give me your views. You can ask me questions on what I think this season's going to look like and who I think will make it. I will give you my answers and stuff. And I'll do my best to answer your questions on the series of videos I've been doing. So, as always, really, folks, stay safe, take care. Remember, the Lord's watching you. I love you guys a lot. Peace out.